Hey everybody, good afternoon. It's about 4:39, and I want to welcome you to a nice little segment I like to call what I love and hate about video games. And basically what that means is here I'm going to talk about certain video games that I love, about some of the things that I love about certain video games and some of the things that I hate about them. And the first one I want to talk about, and I know this sounds ridiculous, is Mario Strikers Charged. Now, you might ask yourself, well, what is it that I love and hate about this game? Well, what I love about it is the fact that it's a very fun game to play, and it's very easy to learn once you pick it up. Yeah, if you're new, if you're a little young, you know, that's a little hard and everything to learn at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's no problem. And it's a very fun game to play. And it's a very addicting game, I will say that. And the reason I say that is when you start doing what's known as the Road to the Striker Cup, and you start winning and winning and winning, you don't want to put it down. Or even if you're playing against a friend in versus mode, or domination mode, or if you just like to, you know, play two-player but against yourself, and you like to choose one team, and you just like to beat the heck out of that other team as much as you want, that's an addicting thing about it. You know, it's fun it's that much fun, basically. It's that much fun. Also the fact that it's got Wi-Fi. That's right, it's got Wi-Fi to it. So, in other words, if you have Wi-Fi in your house, which I do, which I am very lucky to have, you can actually play against people around the world. Yes, some of the people you play against are some of the best in the world, but sometimes you can get lucky and you can beat them. I've done that a few times myself. And again, like I said, these are the things I love about it. I love the fact, like I said, it's a game that's easy to figure out. It's easy to learn. The controls are easy to learn right off the bat. I love the fact that it's a game that will keep you busy, or keep the kids busy for hours because it's that addicting. I love the fact that it's got Wi-Fi. And I love the fact that it gives you a choice of characters to play as. As well as it lets you change up your lineup. Like if you want all Birdos, or all Hammer Brothers, or all Toads, or all Bones, or all Gophers, or whatever you want to call it, you could do that. And that's what I like about it. You know, and like I said, those are just some of the things I like about it. It's really, really fun. I mean, I love the graphics too. The graphics are superb, especially when they do the Mega Strike goals. I like when they do the cut scenes after they make a goal. It's great. Great graphic enhancements. So it's really fun. Now if you have an HD television, it's probably even funner there. So, but those are some of the things I like about it. Now, just as the thing is, what I love and hate about it, what do I hate about this? What is it that I don't like about it? Well, let's take a look at this. I've already listed down most of the things I love about it, but what do I hate about it? What is the one thing I don't like about it that I'm sure a lot of you would agree upon? Well, I'll tell you. Top of the list, and this may sound ridiculous to a lot of people, but top of the list is Donkey Kong. Now you might be asking yourself, well, why is Donkey Kong on the top of your list of things you don't like about the game? Well, I'm not saying I don't like the Donkey Kong character in the game. In fact, I think his Mega Strike special is one of the best I've seen. But come on. It's one thing to give him a semi-special where he does the wham on the field, basically causing it to tilt. But it's another thing to allow him to beat his chest, and basically beat his chest to the point that it just blows people away. I mean, think about it. Let me give you an example. Here you can have a character going up to him like this, getting ready to steal the ball, and he does this. And next thing you know, you get pushed all the way back, right? That's what I don't like about it. That's basically like giving him a second semi-special. That's what I don't like about it. I mean, I can understand the teleporting, I can understand the flipping, I can understand the spinning and all that, but come on. Heck, I can even understand the big hammer from the Hammer Brothers, but come on. Heck, I can even understand when the boos go, you know, clear and everything. I can understand that. But come on, doing this? That's stupid. If I'm Nintendo Next Level Games and I make a sequel to this game, I try to figure something out to sell. In fact, if I'm people at Next Level and Nintendo, what I would do to replace that is I'd allow him to jump over, is what I would do. I'd have him have the ball and, just jump over is what I would do. That's it. Don't do this. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. That's basically giving a character a second semi-special. Now, there's another thing I don't like about this game, and it goes with another character, is Waluigi. Now, you might ask yourself, well, why do you hate Waluigi? What's he about? Here's the thing. All the characters have certain things to them, right? Certain semi-specials. Peach has her photo shoot, Wario's got his gas mask, Daisy's got her crystal crush, Mario's got his Super Mario deal. Just to name a few, okay? Just to name a few. But, here's the thing. You don't give somebody a wall of thorns as a semi-special. You don't do that. The only way you can counter that is by going side by side with him and stopping him before he hits before he tries for his Mega Strike. That's the only way you can beat him or prevent him from hitting his Mega Strike. But again, I can understand the gas mask deal where Wario farts in your face and everything, but you can recover from that real quickly. But a wall of thorns is ridiculous. Now I know you're thinking, well, come on, the gas mask deal is even ridiculous. It knocks you out for a little bit. Yeah, it may knock you out for a little bit, but you know what? You recover quickly from it. Just like with Mario. When he stomps on you as Super Mario, you recover from it quickly. Okay? Same with the Hammer Brothers. When they hit you with the big hammer, you recover from it quickly. But this is basically blocking your way. And that's unfair. That is totally unfair. And again, if I'm Next Level Games in Nintendo and I want to come up with a sequel for this, for the Wii, here's what I do. I come up with a different semi-special for Waluigi. Something that makes it more fair. But I know what you're thinking. You're saying, well, he's sort of a villain, if you will, so being fair is not really in his repertoire. But still, it's ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Now, what else do I not like about this game? Well, I mentioned the Super Mario deal, so I was thinking about putting him up there, but I can understand Mario becoming Super Mario, becoming big. Yeah, I can understand, that's part of the character. And I could say that it's unfair, the fact that he gets so big that he stomps on everybody and, makes it easier for him. But you can trip him up. So he's not that bad. He's not that bad. But the one thing I will say that I don't like about this game, the one thing I will say about it is some of the stages. That's right, some of the stages I don't like at all. The first stage I'm going to mention is Lava Pit. The Lava Pit is, I don't know how you can maneuver over this thing. It looks okay at first for a while, then all of a sudden you have all these fireballs shooting right at you, either in the middle of the game, or at the top of the game, or towards the end. And it gets ridiculous. Sometimes you can have the ball, all of a sudden here comes this fireball right on you, and all of a sudden you're running around crazy like you're with a chicken with its head cut off because you're on fire, and you end up running into the electric fence. That's one stage I don't like because it makes it difficult for you. Yeah, I've won a couple of times in the Lava Pit stage. I'm not saying I haven't. But still, it's a little hard, it's a little tricky because you don't know when those things are going to hit you. And when they do, you don't know if it's going to affect your entire team or just parts, some members of your team. But it's a stage that needs a lot of reworking. It's a stage that, if you're going to bring it back in the sequel, make it less hard, Make it less tricky. Now, again, I know you might be thinking, oh, he's just bitching and moaning about this game. Hey, think what you want. This is called what I love and hate about games, about video games, and these are the things I hate about it. The other stage that I don't like, believe it or not, is the Thunder Island. the Thunder Island, because there is no fence there except towards the goal. Except on the sides of the goalie. Every other time you go like to the side of the island, instead of hitting the fence, you end up going right over. It makes it unfair. And then they have these unexpected windstorms, and they knock half of your team, if not most of your team, off the field. So again, just like with Lava Pit, I would have, if I made a sequel to this game, I would tweak that to the point that it wouldn't be too bad, to where, yeah, you'd have the wind, but at least, keep the electric fences and only have them probably go out when, say, the wind storms come in. You know what I'm saying? Now, there is one more stage, and I recently started, and I was recently on it the other night, and it's when you get to Diddy Kong in the Crystal Cup stage, on the Crystal Cup playoffs, and it's called Crystal Canyon. And I tell you, this is one unusual stage that seems to be a little unfair right off the bat. Because what happens? The sunlight goes through the crystals, and it zaps half of your team off the field. I'm not kidding. I played it a couple times. I played the game series against Diddy Kong. And it either zaps some of your semi-players, like your Toads or your Birdos or your Hammer Brothers or whatever. But it even will zap your, your captains. And I'm not talking about zap them, putting them, lighting them on fire to the point that they run into a fence and all that, and then they're fine. No, it zaps them, lights them on fire, and poof, they disappear into smoke, or they burst into ashes, or whatever you want to call it. They just burst into smoke, into ashes. And it's ridiculous. Because then you have a 2-on-2 game. Yeah, it may seem easier, but come on. Now, okay, now I know you're thinking, well, Brian, isn't that a little bit more safer and easier than having to deal with the fact that they could be zapping you throughout the game? Yeah, but right off the bat, that is like saying, that is like Unfair City. Okay? That's Unfair City. I mean, I can understand maybe like with the wastelands and the lava pits that they started doing it, but not off the bat. That's ridiculous. And I definitely tweak that if I made a sequel. But overall, those are what I don't like. Those are some of the things I don't like about the game, along with some of the things I love about it. And that's all I'm going to say about this first segment, what I love and hate about video games, which is focused on Mario Strikers Charge for Wii. Tell me what you think, and I'll be back sometime down the line with another one of these, and to see another one of these about what I like and hate and love about video games. You'll be surprised about what I have then, but until next time, I'm Brian saying thank you for watching, and take care.